afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center, and got another Class A motorhome we're going to review today, and this is a gas motorhome. It is a 2011 Winnebago Vista. The model is a 35F. It has 2 slide outs, a bath and a half floor plan, only 22,700 miles. Very nice coach. I've got it priced for $59,900. I've got the NADA, I'll flash up here in just a second, 72,000 and change with no added options, just adjusting for the miles. Let me pop that up real quick. See, now you can see how far under book I am. Of course, y'all expect that. I mean, that's why you subscribe to my channel. But this particular unit, very, very nice condition. It's all original. Let's go around and take a look at it and point out some features about it. And it's kind of funny because MSRP, the original MSRP on this with no options was $108 back in 2011. I've got the original window sticker in there. With the options, it was $120 and change. I looked up a 2022 Winnebago Vista 35E, which is the closest as 35F. Base MSRP on it's $169. So they went up in 10 years. They went up $60-something thousand on MSRP alone. So, because you could never buy this thing for what it was new back in 2011 ever again. So I just like to point that out. But you know, I'm not asking 108 or 120 or 169 or even 72, 73 grand, whatever NADA showed it. I'm asking $59,900 with 22,700 miles. Ford V10, got the 362 horsepower, 457 pound-feet of torque, 5-speed torque shift transmission, which is Ford's version of an Allison. Automatic, of course. Ford F53 chassis, so that's pretty much something a lot easier to get service work done on. It's got an outside television. Got a 5500 Onan gasoline generator that runs. I've got my mobile paint body guys doing a little touch-up work behind us. So I didn't want to run the exhaust for the generator back there, so I've got it plugged into 50 amp shore power. It's got a power patio awning. It does have the optional HWH hydraulic leveling jacks. That was actually an option on these. One of the best jack systems ever made. Of course, being a Winnebago, it's got a seamless one-piece fiberglass roof and one of the strongest roofs in the industry. Does have a trailer hitch on the back with a 5,000 pound tow capacity. And you can see corners aren't beat up where they backed into something or anything like that. Just a good looking motorhome, guys, for what it is. And I know this may not be a top of the line Winnebago Adventurer or something like that, but you know, it's still a nice motorhome for an affordable price for what it is. And got everything you need. Tires, we just drove this thing several hundred miles. Tires are knee deep in tread. Still got some of the tabs on it. You know, one thing about Winnebago, and I've owned 2 of them, and I can buy any brand I want, guys. And this was, you know, this was always one of my top brands. Got one little scratch right there, by the way. Just want to point that out. One thing I like to point out is that they actually build 80% of their own parts in-house, where other manufacturers buy all aftermarket parts. And after 4 or 5 years, the aftermarket supplier will change the parts or discontinue them. And when you need one for an 11 model used RV, you're pretty much out of luck. Now, you can't get every part for a Winnebago, but like I said, 80% of them, most of those 80% is still available through Winnebago parts. And if they don't have it, they have the template where they can make it for you. Just takes them a few weeks. And I've ordered many, many parts from them, guys, including recently, and they're a great resource. And you can order directly from the factory. You don't have to go through a Winnebago dealer and then mark it up. Does have a big one-piece windshield, so great visibility. You know, good thing about Winnebagos, they were actually another thing they did first. They were the first manufacturer to build their own frames in-house. That's how Lippert Components got to be as big as they were. They were building frames for Class A motorhomes for all the different manufacturers. Well, Winnebago, years and years ago, decided they weren't happy with the inconsistent quality of the aftermarket frames. So they were the first RV manufacturer to actually engineer and build their own frames. And that's everything from the chassis up, in-house, the walls, the ceiling, all aluminum and steel in the front area. And that allowed them to build design the frame for the motorhome, not the motorhome around the frame. So you're not going to have the same frame on a Winnebago Vista as you would, say, a Fleetwood Terra or Coachman Murata or something like that. And because of that, when you drive a Winnebago down the road, especially on the interstate, you're going to get less sway, less squeaks and rattles, a lot tighter seal on the slide out. Matter of fact, a lot of Winnebagos, if you ever change the floor out with hardwood floors, the slide out is so tight that when you bring that slide out in after putting hardwood floors, it'll gouge your floors. That's why you have to keep pretty much something like what's in it if you ever change the floors in a Winnebago, linoleum or carpet. Now guys, this just came in, so we haven't really cleaned it yet, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway, because it actually came in pretty nice, but when they get in here and clean it, it'll look even better. And it's only got 22,700 miles on it, so it's not like this thing's worn out by any means. Now, I don't have the motor running because, like I said, they're right behind me doing some work on the RV behind it. But I did have it running. I can promise you guys, no check engine lights. 22,700 miles exactly. The backup camera worked, and the dash air worked. Dash looks good. There's no pick marks from pets. You know, it's got that padded vinyl dash. And if people have cats and dogs, a lot of times they like to climb up on the dash, especially small dogs, and pick at that padded vinyl. But this one doesn't. So right there tells me they haven't had any animals in here, which there's nothing wrong with that. When it's your own, you don't want to smell everybody else's. And both these front seats, this is a 6-way driver's seat that's power. And I've got the original build sticker. That was a $3,000 option for that seat. And these are both leather captain's chairs. They both swivel for party seating. Driver's side is 6-way adjustable power. Again, you've got that crown fiberglass roof, so you got that little slope to it on the sides. So you have less standing water. Got both ACs going on high. They're both 13,500 BTU ducted roof air units. Both of them ice cold. And then you can... Winnebago roofs are one of the strongest in the industry, guys. Like I said, this is not an adventurer, so you don't have solid surface countertops. You don't have the basement area. You've just got the traditional 2 rooftop units. But still Winnebago. It's still nice, and you still got Winnebago build quality, which still one of the best in this class of motorhomes. You do have a table boot that folds down, makes a bed. All the lights work. You've got Winnebago's hardwood cabinets, which have a patented glaze on it they've been using for over 50 years. That protects these cabinets from water, from staining, from fading. You can look in a mid-70s, late 70s Winnebago motorhome, guys, with the same glaze on the cabinets. The cabinets looks just as good as these 2011s, even though the colors may be outdated. And so will these cabinets when this motorhome gets that age, will look that good. Got the hidden hinges on the cabinets. Lots of drawer and cabinet space. Big double basin sink. I mean, good solid construction. Got a 3-burner stove top and an oven, plus, I'm sure this was an option too. It said just a microwave. It's got a microwave convection oven. I mean, drawers, because like I said, we haven't cleaned these things yet, but they've kept it pretty nice and clean. Refrigerator starting to get cold in the freezer. And like I said, we got to clean it a little bit, but it's not bad at all. No odors, nothing like that. So, and this is a 8 cubic foot, already getting cold back there, LP or electric. So you can, if you're boondock camping, run it on propane, and you don't have to run a generator or anything like that. And this is cool. It's got this huge sectional sofa. Now, obviously, this doesn't look like this when your slide out's in. This end piece right here actually comes apart and folds up in it so you can bring your room in and out. I just set it out for display. And this is still a sleeper sofa too, so you can sleep 2 adults on it. You can sleep a couple on the table booth and 2 in the back, so that is a 6 sleeper. Ton of storage. Look at all these cabinets. A little bit of artwork there. Thermostat for your front air. Television. Everything's original. You look in here, this is your half bath. And, oh boy, that hair is cold in here. It's been closed up. You've got an RV toilet, medicine cabinet, vanity, all that good stuff. Step back here. I haven't got a bed spread on it. They'll put one on it when they come in here and clean on it. But you do have a queen island bed. And of course, you know, good thing about that, you can see the shape of the mattress. It looks good. It's a queen mattress, overhead storage. You've got solid sliding doors to close off both ends of the bedroom. Right here and right there on the end. Television in here as well. His and her closets. These should be lighted closets too. Let's see. Yep, lighted closets. You know, and the other one's just like this. Your thermostat for your second airs right there. And this does have double furnaces too, forgot to mention. Huge bathroom in the back, your master bath. Of course, you've got another sink and a toilet back here. And you have a nice shower. Got to do a little cleaning on the bottom of it, but all in all, it's not really bleached that bad yellow. So right there tells me that it hasn't been outside in the sun very much when it hasn't been used. And skylight looks good. There's no signs of water intrusion, aka the dreaded L word, leaks. And no mildew odors, anything like that, or any indication it's had a leak. You know, the headliner's the padded vinyl headliner, so if you ever have a leak, it will actually make this headliner start sagging like an old car headliner. And it's pretty obvious when it's had a leak, even though if it may have been fixed. Of course, fiberglass roofs hardly ever leak. The only time they leak is if it's anything stuck through it, like an antenna, air conditioner, something like that. But, or vent. But it's real easy to spot on these padded vinyl roofs when it's had a leak in the past, because this vinyl actually ages and changes color as it gets a few years old. It starts out a lot brighter white, and then it kind of becomes an off-white as it gets older. So when somebody replaces one of these padded vinyls, you're always going to, or padded vinyl headliners, because of a leak, you're going to see a one section that's a little bit brighter than the other ones. And now guys, and just because it sags a little bit doesn't always mean it's water. Heat can make this glue lose cohesion. The best way to tell if you see one that's sagging is to feel where it's sagging at. If the roof feels solid, it's probably just the heat got to it and the cohesion, the glue lost cohesion, started sagging a little bit. So that is a big sofa. If you like to entertain with a lot of people, you'll like this sofa. Or if you just got 3 or 4 people and they all want to sit here and watch TV, this is very comfortable. So sleep 6, bath and a half. Generate, we guarantee, of course, you know, even though we're selling this thing, lowest priced one in the country, especially with 22,000 miles. At least according to RV Trader. And we've also got this unit priced, again, you saw the NADA, you see how far back, what is that, 13 grand, 12 grand, 13. Even though we're selling it for that low of a price and we're not charging any extra fees, you know, you see these other dealers advertise prices which are higher than this one. You don't know what kind of fees they're going to add to it until you get ready to sign on the dotted line. And it could be thousands of dollars in dock fees, prep fees, processing fees, freight fees, and all that nonsense, guys. It's all 100% dealer profit. Never pay a fee, never pay an upsell. But here, guys, it's $59.9, haggle free firm. plus applicable sales tax. And if you are a Georgia resident, like everybody in Georgia pretty much knows, you got a $100 highway impact fee and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee for Georgia residents only, which we pay that no matter what we buy, and it doesn't matter if it's a dealer or for sale by owner, we still have to pay it on everything we buy. It's just Georgia and getting a little bit of extra off of you besides tax. Gotta love it. But and that's it, guys. There's no surprise fees. The only other thing, if you want it delivered, it's $1.50 a loaded mile one way. We do not charge for the return trip. So if it's a 1,000-mile trip to deliver it to you, and 1,000 miles back for my driver, we only charge you for the first 1,000. It'd be $1,500 total. Us paying the driver, paying fuel, hotel room, and all that. That's half price or less than half what other dealers charge for the same service. It's a clean, comfortable motorhome. It's well worth the money while it lasts. $59.9. If you're interested, give us a call. 706-965-7929. And call before coming to look to make sure it's available. If you're coming a long distance, you probably want to consider leaving a deposit on it, because, you know, guys, you can go anywhere and buy this unit for, you know, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 more, especially by the time they add the fees and then try the upsells on the extended warranties and gap insurance and all that stuff that we don't charge you, that's not worth the paper it's written on, that's marked up 4 times dealer's cost. I mean, you're going to add another several $1,000s to the asking price for all that stuff. And you can go anywhere and buy it for that. But only here can you buy something like this for $59.9 with 22,000 miles. And we still guarantee those major systems. The slide outs, we guarantee both of those to go in and out like it's supposed to. We guarantee the generator to run and put out like it's supposed to. Guarantee both roof air conditioners to get cold. We guarantee the refrigerator freezer to get cold. We guarantee the steps to work and for it to go down the road like it's supposed to. Anything else is sold as is. So you want to, you know, one of 2 things you can do, guys, is you can come here and inspect the unit for yourself, which is pretty easy. You know, let us know you're coming. We'll plug it into power, turn the fridge on for it, and you can come in here and play with it, check it out yourself. Or if you're not if you're worried about it, you can hire a third-party inspector, and they can come inspect it and give you a progress report. I can't imagine anything major not working on this unit, how well it's been taken care of. But, you know, that's no guarantee either. So, like I said, do your homework, come out, look at it, make your own decision. You know, I'm not asking retail books, so I can't do a retail inspection. If you want to pay me retail, I'll be happy to do a retail inspection. Keep in mind, you saw the retail book value, $72 and change. That's an expensive inspection. I can't imagine you ever spending anywhere close to 1/3 of that money on this thing in the next few years in repairs. I mean, if even that much. Anyway, guys, if you got questions about it, give us a call. 706-965-7929. If you want to buy it, if you want to check into financing, you want to know the latest information about financing, give my salespeople a call. They've got all the latest information on like rates and terms and credit criteria and all that stuff, guys. And they can guide you to how to put a credit app in on the website and all that good stuff. So, or come out and visit with us. You know, if you're close enough to come by, you'll be glad you did. You're going to find something here you're going to want to buy. I've got a bunch of Class A's. I got more coming in. Got some awesome deals just like this. I mean, you go on my website, ParkwayRVCenter.com. You just start picking random units out and then go on RV Trader, which I like using RV Trader for price comparison, because that's the one most everybody advertises on. And the fact that they delete their ads after 60 days if the original poster doesn't pay to renew it. So there's not a bunch of ads floating around that sold 3 years ago. You get a really true idea of what the market value is on something. And you can start picking random ones on my website. You go on there, you're going to see I've got either the lowest priced one or one of the lowest priced ones on RV Trader. And I don't charge you any of the fees. You don't have to worry about nickel and dime stuff here. I mean, and like I said, we guarantee the major stuff on these RVs. And we do that to keep our prices down instead of doing a full inspection. But Like I said, that's up to you to do that or not do it, or pay to have it done with a third-party inspector. You've got that option. Most dealers would say absolutely no to a third-party inspection service. I had 2 of them here yesterday doing units. And because like I said, we don't know what works, what doesn't, besides driving it and checking those major systems out. But I can tell you from personal observation, this is a nice coach. I mean, every light on it comes on. Slide outs work great. Everything fired up. Generator fired up. Motor fires right up. Sounds good. Drives good. Shifts good. Brakes are good. Like I said, we drove it 600 miles, and if it wasn't good, we wouldn't have attempted that trip. We would have had all the issues repaired before we brought it home. As far as the running and driving, because I learned a long time ago, it's best to fix it under controlled conditions. Then you're out there in the middle of the road, you know, in the middle of nowhere. And of course, there's places around here, you know, if you want to take it to get the running part inspected, you're more than welcome to. We're not, you know, we want you to make your mind up on your own research and inspection over ours. So anyway, guys, if you got questions about any of this, again, our phone number is 706-965-7929. Thank y'all so much for watching. Smash me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment, share on social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, RV's Big Bo. Click on the bell notification button. You know, there's a lot of benefits to being a subscriber to my channel. You know, we sell so many of these things before I even post them online. So this gives you a chance to get about a day or so preview before it goes on RV Trader, RVT, RV USA, eBay, Facebook, and all the other places that we advertise on. Because I put a video up and it goes on our website, and then it goes into a feed 24 hours later that goes to all those other advertising sources. So you get a little advanced notification. It gives you a chance to look at the video real good and call and leave a deposit on it, or come look at it if you're close enough, before a lot more people see it. And anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, financing is available with approved credit and down payment. We have no dealer interest rate markup. That's going to save you thousands on financing versus your average RV dealership that marks interest rates up. No upsells, just easy, simple, and done buying and selling. Also, guys, if you've got an RV to sell, and it doesn't matter how far away it is, if we can make the numbers work out, we'll send after it and pay for the freight. But if you've got an RV for sale and it's nice, don't want no junk, you know, nothing that needs a lot of work, because I don't have the manpower for that, give our buyer, Bill, a call at 423-605-6747. That's for selling your RV only. Please don't call him to buy an RV or anything like that. He doesn't have anything to do with that. He buys. That's it. 423-605-6747. If you want to buy this unit, stop by and call first, obviously, 706-965-7929. If you go to my website, parkwayrvcenter.com, that's my most up-to-date listing of current inventory, even though I got a lot of stuff not on there yet. But as soon as we take a deposit, the first thing we do after we take the deposit is we go on the website and mark it deal pending. So if you want to know if it's available, go to our website, look, see if anything's marked there. If it's marked deal pending, that means it's not sold, but it has a deposit. Call if you still want it, and they'll put you on a standby list in case for some weird reason or whatever the deal doesn't close. And guys, we don't take deposits unless it's a sure deal, so keep that in mind. It's maybe 1 out of 20 deals that on a deposit may not close, but that one may be that 1 out of 20. You never know. I've had a lot of people do that and was able to buy the unit. You know, fate has a lot to do with it. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Again, 706-965-7929. Come visit with us. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 to 5 Saturday. Closed Sunday for the Lord's Day and the family day for our employees. And we close at closing time strictly every single night. So we normally see our last new customer about 45 minutes to an hour before closing every night. So If you can't get here within an hour of closing or more, then you probably want to come back the next day, because you're not going to see everything in an hour's time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. 59911 Winnebago Vista 35F. See you soon in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.